I used to love this exercise and even to excel at it, so that, like Bertie Wooster, I frequently passed top in scripture class. It was my first introduction to practical and textual criticism. I would read all the chapters that led up to the verse and all the ones that followed it, to be sure that I had got the point of the original clue. I can still do this, greatly to the annoyance of some of my enemies, and still have respect for those whose style is sometimes dismissed as merely Talmudic. Talmudic? Yeah, I don't know. Or Quranic, or fundamentalist. This is good and necessary mental and literary training. However, there came a day when poor dear Mrs. Watts overreached herself, seeking ambitiously to fuse her two roles as nature instructor and Bible teacher. She said, "So you see, children, how powerful and generous God is. He has made all the trees and grass to be green, which is exactly the color that is most restful to our eyes. Imagine if instead the vegetation was all purple or orange. How awful that would be. And now behold what this pious old trout hath wrought." I liked Mrs. Watts. She was an affectionate and childless widow who had a friendly old sheepdog who really was named Rover. And she would invite us for sweets and treats after hours to her slightly ramshackle old house near the railway line. If Satan chose her to tempt me into error, he was much more inventive than the subtle serpent in the Garden of Eden. She never raised her voice or offered violence, which couldn't be said for all my teachers, and in general was one of those people of the sort whose memorial is in Middlemarch, of whom it may be said that if things are not so ill with you, who knows at this point in time, nothing exists. Because coronavirus,